I don't... Hello everyone, Raijin Rising here for the reaction to RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 14, The Final Word. This one has literal death flags in it, isn't that great? It starts out with a content warning that says death is literally going to happen, so you better be ready for it, if that is relevant to you. So, it's already chaotic, and I hadn't even hit the record button yet. Okay, so a couple things. The final word. One, who gets it? Who has it? Is it the final word of the chapter? Is it the final word of a scene? Is it kind of just a moment? I feel like, to me, that is the one interpretation that I've kind of had, which you don't really need to have. It's probably kind of silly of a thought, but like, well, they probably couldn't have put it as the episode title, or else it would be too spoilerish. Again, I don't really think that's the case, but you never know. It'd be funny if the final word was sorry, and it's Pyrrha, because they're all dying. Yeah, I'm expecting, like, look. Ah, yes, they willingly jump. Okay. This is... They're... Okay, so... yesterday, when the thumbnail, title, and description were, released, or not made public, I don't know if the right word is data mined, but when the public found out about them, it was RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 14, The Final Word, description being sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall. And then they're adding this next bit, which is, here's a suicide hotline that you might need, hypothetically speaking, if it is relevant to you. So, this is great. They're all going to jump. Jesus Christ. This is where we're at. This is where we're freaking at, man. It's just in terms of, like... And Carrie said this in... Carrie Shawcross, for an interview with CBR, Comic Book Resources, he said that the thing he was most looking forward to about Volume 8 was for people to experience the end, because of the way it ends, because of the way the characters have grown, and the way that the story has grown. And even just in terms of Volume 1, or Volume 8, Chapter 1 to Volume 8, Chapter 14, it is such a wild story. It is such a wild and out there adventure journey, with really everything changing every chapter, that the scope of the world in some small ways, of the conflict in small ways, changes so much. You know, whether it is the fact Volume 8 Chapter 5, Amity goes up and then it goes down, but in that time they get a message out to the entire world, and I'm like, that's huge, that's crazy, that's big, that's gigantic of an element, of a plot beat. That's such a huge deal. And then you get Salem invading Atlas in the next chapter, and then 2 chapters later you get the Hound, what the Hound is, what Salem is capable of doing, and it's just over and over and over and over again. This volume is just so willing to play in the world that it's created, that there's this giant story being told in the span of 2 days. You know, what might now be 3 days, I don't know, but this volume is just literally insane, and it's ending with, I hope the final word isn't jump, but I think that's kind of where we have to be at now, isn't it? Oh god, my Volume 8 Chapter 13 reaction just ended with a lot of and we're back in it. Oh god, this stressful laughter is already recommencing. Okay, I'm just gonna... RWBY Volume 8 Chapter 14, The Final Word. I am going to go through the entire, I am going to go through the entire opening theme this time. Just simply because there is so much to it that this is such a bonkers opening theme in terms of foreshadowing or willingness to play with some extremely crucial plot elements simply because there are so many of them in the volume. It kind of gets the ability to play around with as many as you want because there's so many things that they could all mean. Or, you know, how figurative is it really being? Is it or is it not? And as we've learned, it's really not. So let's just... I'm probably going to have to pause the video multiple times just to make sure that I am actually getting and consuming everything as I go. We are indeed recording. And this one is only 23 minutes long. I'm not necessarily that worried about it. I think that when you have, you know, up to potentially 4 fight scenes, even though I don't really think the fight scene that's happening in Vacuo is going to really happen visually on screen that much. But when you have 4 fight scenes, like, yeah, it could, if they don't pace them right, you know, if they don't really give them each their own time and they're too busy kind of like going back and forth between them too much, that really kind of breaks up the action, really breaks up the pacing, the momentum of the fight scenes. Like, they're not really as able to tell their own individual stories as much because they're all happening a little too much in tandem, and that could be problematic, but I don't really think that's going to happen. What I'm worried about specifically is how much time we're going to be able to see after the fall. I don't really know how much after the fall we're going to really be able to, like how much it'll set up the next arc. I don't really know, but let's get into it. Okay, they kept Yang in this. Yang is still in the opening theme. Yeah, I think I had said that Raven could be Kuro's escape route. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Robin. You know, they have 2 airships, so they can easily get away on the one that doesn't have the bomb. This is the game of chess reference. That's great. Hacking Penny, as we've seen. Just a lotus petal. Or, I guess they are technically cherry blossoms, aren't they? Yes, she uses the lamp. She does. She uses the lamp. Roses. Yeah, and this is the fact that she uses the lamp to make everything better. She uses the staff to make everything better. But in doing so, causes the fall. People are saying that the reverse order of Team RWBY is the order they fall in. That could be, but let's see. Monstra. Salem. Salem's coming back, finally. Monstra's not even done evaporating yet, and Salem's coming back. Yeah. God. Yeah, when they spend so long getting atomized.
Winter, do not blame me. I have sacrificed everything.
No, you have sacrificed everyone else.
That's
you
true.
You closed the borders. You squeezed Mantle until it broke.
Yeah, he didn't sacrifice anything of himself. He just used resources.
only done what's best for Remnant. And no one is grateful.
So at the moment, they both have causes that can get them back up onto the platform if they fall. Okay, yeah, dude, a crowd scene in the middle of a fight scene, that's gotta suck on production.
Twice. All she's ever wanted is the maiden power. I can buy you all time.
Penny.
That means you're deaf, Penny. Jeez. Neither of them have broken auras, they're just low.
I'm right here. I'm what you want.
She wants the staff too,
I want
though.
it all.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so she's...
Get up!
She doesn't know what fight to really be a part of at this point, does she? Jeez. You want it all to separate the two, exactly,
You're
okay.
making a mistake, Harriet.
Yeah.
What happened to Clover? I
Shut
regret.
up already!
She doesn't want to hear anything, she just wants to be angry.
Get out of the way!
What a little baby temper tantrum.
Here, please. Don't do this. They're still evacuating
Wait.
in Mantle.
Did-
Why can't you just let me
She-
do my job? Because you're our friend. And we won't let you go through with this.
The power of friendship. It finally gets through to the Asa.
No!
Okay, so I would assume Meryl was on that plane too? It's still got a little bit of luck in it. Let's go. It's a lucky charm. Jesus Christ. I ain't even care. I ain't even care. He has control over the bomb too. Oh no. That's not good. Not broken. Okay.
Leave her alone!
Okay, but that's not the vacuum portal.
Wait! Come on! We have to do this for Ye.
Is that the fall? I thought they were just gonna... Oh no. Is that the fall? Or is there just another... Okay. Jesus, they're just playing hand to hand. Hand to hand. Or semblance use, but you are low.
The autopilot's locked. We gotta go.
There's no time to make it out of the blast range. I've killed us all.
Yeah, what were you thinking, huh? Some dreams will rot on the vine.
I can. If it means saving all of my friends.
Not even gonna hide being a... What is this, though? Inner peace. Is he just gonna hug the bomb? Damn. Alright. Yeah, he is going to hug the bomb. Okay. Jesus Christ, fine. Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking, and that there goes his aura and everything else about him. Jeez. Yeah, I was thinking, like, they're not gonna just, like, so
Whatever you wanted,
perfectly telegraph Vine's death in
I
the...
hope it was worth it.
Yeah. Now they're out. Well, Neo's fine, I think.
You should have never threatened me. And you should have never been born.
Alright, this bodes well for Neo. Meanwhile, Penny might have a chance of saving them, or it is long enough this time. but it's not anymore. Jesus Christ, this is so much. So much! Okay. Neo... Okay. Neo, what's happening with Neo? We didn't see her fall, but we can assume so.
May, Joanna, any huntsman that went through that gate, bring him here.
Wait.
It
Wait,
figures that a
they don't
she
know
would be
yet.
the last one standing, letting all her friends die first.
You wouldn't know anything
About friends. Yeah. She just... Alright, a Sean rematch. Is he able to keep his cool this time? Yes, probably. Ooh, is Salem back? Yeah. This is not a matchup you'd think you'd see. It's just not. Okay. Yeah, the hand. Okay. And that is skin and bone now.
Penny! Just hold on. My semblance.
No. There's not enough time to heal me. She can't get the staff and the power. But there is something you can do.
No, I don't know where the others are, but Weiss will give us time.
Let me choose this one thing.
Oh god, her eyes! Oh no, her eyes! Okay, so she could give it to... Is she going to give it to Winter to make good? Is she going to give it to Ruby? Is she going to give it to Weiss to buy time? Oh, jeez! Oh, no! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh, this... Oh no, the Volume 7!
Confrontations! You made it!
Volume 7 white space that she was in!
What is this?
I thought of you, and here we are.
She's making good.
Penny.
It seemed fitting that it should be you. It was your power, after all.
No, Penny. You were always the real maiden at heart. I was just a machine. Just
Exactly.
following orders.
Exactly. Ugh.
You were my friend.
Also true? The Volume 7 opening white space. Oh my god.
For trusting me with this. When you're gone.
Also,
I won't be gone.
I'll be a part of you.
you.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
Why is she in her Volume 7 outfit? I don't like this.
So, the destiny I chose for you has arrived.
You chose nothing.
Let's go. The real fight begins. Oh my god. Let's go. Let's go. And is she getting out of here? Okay, so Ironwood can no longer die to his own bomb like I thought. That would have been cool, but... Okay, but now it's actually sharper if you think about it. You can still use it. She sees the power. Let's go! Let's go. Made in Winter. We love to see it, though. So much happening every last little chapter. I can't even count the number of things that have happened already at this point. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, well they can just kind of fly into the swords, can't they? And they're buying everyone else time. Oh, yeah, but they can't just leave the relic now. How much do you want? You've said you want it all. But at what point are you starting to lose how smart the plan was in the first place? And okay, but you can't, you gotta come back up, girl. You gotta come back up. Oh god, there's too much time happening, and Cinder is still right there. Getting the staff, and she has the lamp.
We need to go.
Is she using it?
Now.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
Where's she going? She's using it. She just fucking used it. And now John has to fall. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. No. Yeah, there's no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that it? Okay, no. We do still have some things to tie up here. And Village Grim are here too, that's fun. Okay, that's fun. And here we are. But now she can clear the sandstorm. Where's Marrow? He wasn't in this chapter. Is this it? Okay, I heard footsteps, I think. But I'm pausing it for now. I'm pausing it for now. There is... Ugh. Ugh. I gotta go into work later, man. I'm not gonna be able to focus on shit. I'm pausing it here for now. What the hell? Okay, 8 minutes left. Exactly. And so that still means a good amount of, because it's not going to be 8 minutes of credits in the final post-credit scene, which I am assuming is happening. Can't be that long. I mean, it'll be important, but it can't be long. So I just need to breathe, honestly. I just need to fucking breathe. So Neo fell too. And Neo understands that there was never a chance to do anything with Cinder that she wanted to at this point. Because she thought she might have had what she might have had with Roman, with Cinder. And now Cinder's like, yeah, I just fucking used you for the lamp and the staff. I don't give a shit. I feel the blood coursing through my veins. Okay, but at least having Winter in Vacuo is good. It's good. It's nice that that's there, because at least she can clear the sandstorm if the Maiden of Vacuo doesn't show up as well. People thought that the Maiden might be what's causing the sandstorm. I feel like that's a little too much. I don't think that's what's happening. So I feel like Winter can at least guide them a path to Vacuo itself. They'll be able to guide to wherever the hell the sandstorm is preventing them from seeing. Footsteps, though. Let's get back to the damn footsteps already. Oh my god.
I failed you again, Master. They used the staff to save thousands. Before our allies fell, Neapolitan killed Ruby. And before Ruby and her teammates fell, they used the lamp's final question. I couldn't stop them. I couldn't even stop the Maiden from escaping without putting the relics in jeopardy. I'm sorry.
She has the relics. Does Salem know what happened when she was gone?
In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. You've done well, Cinder. Our work here is done.
She still lied the hell out of her ass, though.
You said they used the staff. I assume you rid the world of their creation. What did you create in its stead?
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
Trapped Watts.
And that's checkmate.
We'll be back for you. Nope. Nope. Okay, Marrow at least was on that ship. Glaciers melting. Jeez. So she killed Watts. She straight up killed Watts. I mean, that makes sense, but like, no cost is too great. I don't care if I lose. Cinder is literally all Salem has. Cinder is literally all Salem has. Besides the two relics, one of which cannot be used anymore. And Salem will find the beacon relic within the next 100 years, so she doesn't really need Jin. I'm sure she would have liked to have Jin. I also kind of just want to stop here before we get to the end credits song, just because I just want to be able to separate my thoughts again. So, I mean, I knew Ironwood was gonna die. There was no doubt about that. It's nice that Winter's fine. That's good. That is nice. I just kind of wish Ironwood died knowing that Oz was back. And he could have his suspicions, right? He could have had his suspicions that Oz was back. But I just kind of wish he knew. Because I think he was like the only person not to know anymore. That's crazy, though. That is just crazy, though. Tyrion is in Vacuo. Mercury. So yeah, it's not Salem only has Cinder anymore. She has Tyrion and Mercury, but I doubt she'll have Mercury for forever. She'll have Tyrion till the day he dies. He'll die just to serve her. He doesn't give a shit. But Team Witch is down too. I don't think we'll get anyone else. I don't think we'll have any more people serving her. But I think the question is now, and I think she'll want, I'm sure Cinder or Salem or both would just rather have the sort of destruction that's under Vacuo before they get to Beacon's Crown of Choice. I'm sure they would rather have a sort of destruction than a Crown of Choice that probably doesn't have as useful of an ability. When Salem is destruction incarnate, I'm sure she would want the sort of destruction first. So I'm sure we'll see. I'm sure Vacuo will be a hell of a lot better before we get to, or Vacuo will be advanced in its plot well in by the time the heroes can get back to it, if we are going to have them in Wonderland, which we still need to find out what the hell is happening back here, because a post-credit scene is all but confirmed at this point. So let's get into the credits.
Darkness like midnight, moonless, there's no light, another lonely
Yeah, I was pretty sure it would be somber of a song, sort of just to let everything hang in there, hang in the void. I was hoping that we might get I was hoping we might get some kind of lyrics with the captions, but I guess not. I just need to breathe again.
I heard a song once, it posed this point of view, that wishes made on stars are likely to come true. So here's my secret, at bedtime every night.
Don't! I can hear Penny's motif or theme or composition a little bit in there with the chimes or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word for them. And I could be wrong, but
you feel this warm. My wish came true the day that
I had the idea that there would be a Penny song in this track, in this chapter, or soundtrack in general, rather. Don't come at me with, do hugs always make you feel this warm? When we just had to watch chapter 14. I'm not ready to hear do hugs always make you feel this warm anymore. This is not okay. This is too happy. I want to brood.
I'm so excited. We'll do so many friendship things. Paint our nails, try and girls, talk about cute boys. Attached but not by strings. You've got problems. Whoa, then I've got problems too. You'll never face this world alone. I'll be right here. It's you and me. Protectors of each other's
nuts and bolts. I don't... The total shift into the credits. It's a great song. It's just not what I think I'd be hearing right now. For every life, the sky is falling, the truth awake, treasure, be strong and hit stuff, and friend. Treasure. Okay, so Treasure was the reunion song then. In chapter 9? Or 10? 10. Additional security. This is just their pets. It's just their pets. Maybe their kids too, I'm not sure, but like, I'm pretty sure it's just their pets. Winona Ryder and Stardom Champion. Oh god. Motion. Alright, what's happening down there? Where have we fallen to? Where have we fallen to? Please let that be what this is about. Menagerie? Nope. Not Menagerie. The World Tree. Some kind of paradise, I think. Oh my god. That is a great image, though. That is a great visual. Holy crap. I'm gonna let that one play in again, just so I can see it. What the... Oh my god. What are we even looking at here? The World Tree. But this isn't of Remnant. And of course, one final callback, right? One final illusion of the opening. The last shot of the opening is the last shot of the volume. Albeit in a much different space. You got Crescent Rose in the ground in front of the World Tree. And I'm sure that this one shot is going to put so many theories to use. Why did we have to have such a, like, delightfully cheery Penny song after she dies? What the hell, you sadistic freaks in RWBY? Oh my god. Okay, After a slight moment of just kind of collecting myself off screen, I've alluded to this, but I want to say it again. This is the best volume RWBY's ever had. It just is. That you end with this. You end with the World Tree like this. After so many distinct locales in Atlas and seeing Vacuo, seeing the tundra in a way that we never did before. You know, you have the tundra, but you only have a couple different shots of it at the end of Volume 7. And then you have these just sweeping visuals, 360-degree angles, I think, of the tundra in Volume 8, Chapter 4. And that beautiful scene then leading into significant character development for Ren that then plays back into Nora, you know, the scene that he has with Nora in episode 11. God, Ren just won this volume, dude. Ren at least he was absolutely one of the highlights of this volume for me. Him, every scene that he was in, just fantastic, you know, in terms of character. But if I'm being quite honest, one of the reasons I say that this is the best volume of RWBY, it's simply because this is the one volume that showcases that everything that I'd seen RWBY as a show trying to be and failing, you know, maybe in some way or another, or maybe just not written in a way that it's able to achieve that full potential, or maybe it doesn't quite want to yet for the sake of the story. But having a full volume of the genuine high stakes conflict the entire way through, that we're not just having 4 chapters of it, and really being able to use that to write into that, so significant of character choices, so significant of magic uses, that this volume, that volume 8, was the perfect storm. I've used that phrase a couple times. The show has used that phrase before as well. Volume 5, Chapter 9, arguably one of the worst chapters for the sake of pacing in Volume 9, was called A Perfect Storm. That title being what caused a lot of people at the time to think that Raven and Cinder were going to fight at the bandit camp, and they ended up just having a negotiation. But it called out the conflict at Haven Academy to be a perfect storm. That being when there are so many pieces at play, you don't know which one's going to come out on top. It's just going to all feed into each other in some weird bonkers way. That's Volume 8. So you see Volume 5 saying that's what's happening, and Volume 5 is Volume 5. We don't need to talk about that right now. I don't care. Volume 8. Volume freaking 8. From the writing to the animation to the storyboarding, oh my god. Shot selection, camera angles. When you have the concept art that leads into the matte paintings, that leads into getting visuals like the tundra or like the rooftop scene in Chapter 10 when Watts serves Cinder a full course meal of her own ass. Gives her her dang rap sheet like that. And it's just... And then that all culminating with the perfect storm of the last 2 chapters especially. Like, the scale of the story and the scope of the world itself getting to be as big as I've always known it could be, and willing to play in this world. I'm not even like... I was never really that worried going into this chapter. Like, I mean, I was kind of nervous, heavy breathing, but ultimately, I've just, for the last week leading into this chapter, I've just been ready to see it. I've just been like, let's just get into it. I knew it would be great. I knew it would be fantastic. Not necessarily because of wishful thinking or what can RWBY do wrong, because they can do stuff wrong, geez, but I mean, we're all humans, right? But just knowing that as episodic as Volume 8 is, to where the scope of the world and the story changes with every chapter, and knowing that we've had the pieces shift so much over the course of the volume that they wouldn't stop doing that in this finale. And it is nice to see that Cinder didn't change that much. But she did get a lot better at being evil. She just knew that she could use this willingness to feed into other people's plans and not just have her own plan. Well, she can still work her own plans into other people's plans. So she was always still in it for herself. And that shot of her and Salem flying away from Atlas at the end, what the hell is that shot? That was kind of like a funny shot to look at. It just visually, it just looks funny just to see them just flying away. I'm interested to see, this is kind of an odd... Now, it's interesting to see the idea of Wonderland and the idea of the World Tree together. Because, I mean, the fandom has had the Wonderland theory. You know, and Team RWBY fell through the world. Right? So, to an extent, this kind of has to be a Wonderland. I'm still looking at the World Tree, by the way. It's not on the screen, but I'm still looking at it. I'm remembering back years ago that Katie Cullen and Megan Salinas and the rest of the people who are now the Rooster team, when they were formerly with AfterBuzz TV and were doing an interview with Grey Haddock at the time, and I believe someone else might have been a part of the interview, but they asked if Neo alluded to the Cheshire Cat, and Grey said not Neo. So Grey confirmed that somebody does allude to the Cheshire Cat in the show somewhere. Whether it's a character we've already seen or someone down the line. And Grey, now I'm not sure, again I'm pointing at the World Tree right now. I'm not sure if somebody in this realm, I'm not entirely certain. By the way, this could be where the gods fled to, but I'm not certain. It's just a simple theory, but I'm not certain if we're going to see a bunch of Wonderland-inspired illusion characters here, or if we've already seen the Cheshire Cat. Now, hypothetically, and this is me and my small brain, but I've thought maybe hypothetically there's a chance, a sliver of one, that Ilya could be the Cheshire Cat. Because the Cheshire Cat is known for its smile, and Ilya's song is named Smile. And Ilya has had a sort of kind of creepy image in the alleyway of Volume 5, Chapter 8, where, you know, she shows herself in the darkness, but her entire face is like the entire screen, and it's black, and you see her eyes open, and it's like... So there is that sort of somewhat similar imagery. So I think it'd be cool if Ilya was kind of the Cheshire Cat, but I don't think she really is. But I think if there is any character that's already in the show that you could say is the Cheshire Cat, I would kind of think that it would be Ilya as the closest match. With that, Volume 8 is over, and that gives content creators like me the chance to go and do other things. So I'm going to have this reaction video. I'm going to have a chapter review for Volume 8, Chapter 14, and I'm going to do a Volume 8 review, as well as a couple other minor videos that I've kind of just had in limbo that didn't really have a time or a place in the middle of Volume 8. I'm going to get those out. And then I've got a lot of big projects that I've been wanting to focus on for a very long time, that doing them during Volume 8 is just either not have the time for it, or it's just not the time for it, whether I've had the time for it or it's just not the time for it. Again, I've got a lot of things planned. One of those is streaming, actually. I have a PC, and I'm going to get into streaming. I'm going to start with Persona 5 Scramble, Persona 5 Strikers, rather. Might throw in some Overwatch, some Apex Legends. Might even go back to Persona 5 Royal, just some late game saves. Play the third semester on stream, trying to, whether it's get different trophies that I missed or different plot beats, because there are some things like a secret boss or different, trying to craft some bomb personas, maybe. There's a bunch of things that I just haven't done yet in that game, and it's such a big game. So I'll be doing that over on Twitch, but I hope to archive at least some of it, whether it's highlight bit reels or something or other. I hope to archive that on my YouTube channel, as well as just being on Twitch. So you look forward to that. Look forward to some really, really big project videos that I've been kind of just holding off to the side. One of those scripts is like halfway done. It's huge of an idea. There's a lot to get through with it. And I'll stop talking vaguely, because I'm not going to get anywhere doing that. So with that being said, I hope that you stick around for the off-season from now till Volume 9. I hope you enjoy the different theories that the fandom's inevitably going to come up for. Again, I'm still looking at the world tree, what the heck any of this means. So, what are your thoughts just overall on Volume 8? Because it's just massive. Let me know down below. And while you're around, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm Raijin Rising. Have a good one.